Welcome to Gamer's Games. I'm Gamer, and these are my games. Tune in and see this week's new video. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. So this weekend has had a huge impact on my PS2 collection. I'm super stoked about that. I have 18 games I picked up for PS2, all complete. I went to a guy, Andy and I went to his house. We'll call him Bill Dotrieve. I don't know if you're fans of King of the Hill. We went to Bill Dotrieve's house, and this guy, he hits like local garage sales, flea markets, whatever. And I guess he buys everything. Man has, toys, sports equipment, games, records, action figures. I mean, some in the box, some not, So I took a shelf full of just miscellaneous extra stuff. A lot of 360 stuff that was loose. Most of it was common stuff, some sports games or the Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, stuff like that. So I took all that down there, along with a Wii. The Wii was just a system I picked up at a garage sale for $15. So went down there and I picked up 12 games from him. Now on the way back, I went to Game Exchange and I picked up 6 games and 3 PS2 memory cards, which I've already got those on the shelf. So, I mean, y'all know what those look like now. So we'll start with Game Exchange, since those were the cheaper ones, or the cheaper ones, the lesser quantity ones. So Ski-Doo Snow Racing, $3.99. Now, of course, they used to have the buy 2 get 1 free, $7.99 or less, and they don't have that anymore. But that's okay. Cracks me up. So went to Half Price Books months ago, picked up Dora the Explorer, birthday party or something like that. Well, now I got Journey to the Purple Planet, and my wife is like, what the heck do you have a Dora game for? I said, I have 2. It's part of the collection. Yeah. Sega Superstars Tennis. So some of these I have to change out the case so that they hold a memory card. I've got the case, or the box of cases out here, so I'm ready to do that. This one actually has my receipt in it. That's good. So Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Like I say, all these were complete. They looked at the discs. 2 of the discs were perfect, but the other 4 had to be resurfaced. Iridium Runners. Never even heard of this one, but it looked pretty good. And let's see here, Fantastic Four, Iridium Runners, and those 2 were $2.99, $3. Sega, Dora, and Ski-Doo were all $4. So I mean, these cheap games, common games. A couple of them were marked about half price. So if you need them, go pick them up. If you have a Game Exchange near you. The best game I got, and just my personal favorite at least, Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring. Now, I have, I think, the other 3 Lord of the Rings games, and I saw this up there and I was excited. I did not realize that it come with, I guess, the score from the movie. That's the way it looks. So it's like Rivendell, 3 minutes and 1 second. So maybe it's just the, like I say, the score from the movie. Either way, I'm excited to give that a shot and see how that music goes. I spent, on those 6 games and 3 PS2 memory cards, I spent $46.45. So memory cards were $4.99 each. Ski-Doo, $3.99. Yeah, $10 for Lord of the Rings. And being complete with the sound, or the score, like I say, I think that's what it goes for on price charting. But it was still something I needed for my collection. So I was happy to do that. Now, I went to Bill Dotrieve's house, and he had, man, this guy has so many games. If he was to be a collector, he'd put me to shame, honestly. He'd put me and my 2 closest friends that are video game collectors as well. All 3 of us combined, he'd put us to shame. But like I say, he doesn't care about it, best I can tell. You know, maybe he might play a little bit. He said he tests everything, but it's in kind of a shop, so it gets kind of dusty. But most of it's in pretty good shape. When I looked through his stuff last time and this time both, I look for only complete in box. There's so much stuff out there, and people want $4 or $5 for a book or a manual. I don't want to pay that. You know, that's a lot of money when you start talking about, you know, the 80 games that I have down here that need books. So I'm trying to phase those out by buying them for, you know, $4 or $5 from a person or a store, and then I don't have to spend $4 or $5 on just the book. I can always recoup some of my money selling the game later on. But enough just chatterboxing, because that's what I'll end up doing all, you know, 15, 20 minutes. Silent scope. So, like I say, everything's complete. Like I say, some of them are missing the memory card case. I have a huge box down there, so I will get that taken care of. Again, another one of those to poke fun at if you'd like to. Fairly Odd Parents. It's Shadow Showdown. And there's actually, looks like a little Nick Gamer magazine miniature thing in there. So that's really cool. Like that. I don't remember which one. Oh, it's one on down. Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles. If I butchered that, yeah, so what? I can't get it. Again, complete. He had a couple of these, and I was looking at them. I know they kind of hold value pretty good right now, so trying to pick those up while I can. History Channel, Battle for the Pacific. I really like the History Channel stuff. Anything that has to do with, you know, history and the wars are really cool. I really enjoy that stuff. Space Race, Speed is Not Your Only Weapon. It's a Warner Brothers game. That's kind of cool. Really looking forward to trying this one out. And it's actually kind of expensive, like $12 or $13, if I'm not mistaken. So the way he does his values and pricing or whatnot, he looks at eBay. He doesn't look at price charting, even though it pulls from eBay. He looks at sold listings and whatever, I guess, the highest is. So he's kind of high on his prices, in my opinion. But I traded, so, and I wasn't in, I mean, he gave me like $120 credit towards everything for what I took down there, which was 2 360 systems, a Wii, and like I say, a bunch of junk 360 games. And I wasn't in it, but maybe 50, 60 bucks. So I got double what I had in it. And I did pay some cash, and I'll have to get that down. But moving on. Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings. This looks amazing. Again, looks good. I double-checked these when I was at his shop. I'm a stickler. If it's a game and it's in a black label case, but it has the greatest hits game, I'll pass. I want everything to be right. F1 Career Challenge. And this thing looks brand new. Of course, it has stickers on the top from the seal, but really good shape. I guess it wasn't a good game for the person that got it. Family Game Night. So when I opened this initially, there was a copy of The Godfather in here, and I was like, what in the world? But it was stuck on top of it, so I gave that back to him. And let's see here, Jaws Unleashed. This kind of looks cool. You were your Jaws in this, so the cover makes me think of is it Family Guy? I'm gonna eat ya. Conflict Desert Storm 2, Back to Baghdad. So really good. Like I say, some of these have the case, so that's the case that I need. That'll save me a little bit. Veggietales, Larryboy, and the Bad Apple. Man, Veggietales. And of course, it's complete. Now, this is probably the best one I got. Kessin 3. I already had the first one. I got this one, and it, like I say, it's complete. Looks good. 37 out of 40 Platinum Award weekly. So that's what it says on the back at least. So I got all those from Bill Dotrieve. Now, bear with me. Oh, everything's in the way. I can't get to it fast enough. Don't leave. I'm coming back. All right. So, in making the deal with this guy, I went with the trade value of 120, which is what he and I agreed on, and he had, I want to say he had like 150 on those 12. Well, there was 13 games that he had. It was Simpson's Road Rage. I put that one back because I didn't want that one as bad. But I got this from my OG Xbox. Now, it's got a little crease down here, but it's got the factory tape and everything on the bottom of the box. This side doesn't. There's a little bit of a crease here and here. And that, I'm not sure. I never bought one of these new. But in it, and actually right here on the top, you might be able to see it there. Maybe it's right for y'all. That is a pink tag that says Walmart, date of purchase, 4/23/05, and it has an associate's initials. That right there, there was actually a receipt in the box verifying that, and it was out of like North Texas, so which is not far from where this guy lives and where I'm from. So really clean box overall. I got my PS2 in the box from the same guy a month or so ago. Well, just the box. Had my PS2. So I'm really excited to add this. I was hoping he'd have a GameCube box. That's kind of my next thing I want to knock down. Get some of these before they get to like the prices of the 64s in the box and stuff. Because that stuff is getting crazy. But I added this. Added 18 games to my collection for PS2 only. Of course, 3 memory cards. So that's a huge pickup, and it puts me up to 814 individual PS2 games. Getting to that 50% mark. Still have 150 or so that are needing either the book or the artwork, or both in some cases. So if I can, I'm going to try and knock down some of those. I have a real problem paying, like, say, $4 or $5 or more for a book. But if it'll help me knock these things out, I will. But thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed this week's pickups, because I'm definitely going to. See y'all next video. Thanks.